The weather is cold outside and there's snow in the air, which means one thing: high school basketball season is upon us. It's opening night for the girls in the heart of Ohio as county rivals face off to kick things off. It's Centerburg hosting Mt Vernon. We have all the action coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have, and it's coming your way next.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together, or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the heart of Ohio, Centerburg, Ohio, as we kick off the 2022-23 OH Report coverage of high school basketball. Opening night for the girls as the Lady Trojans take on cross-county rival Mt Vernon. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi, alongside Hayden Graves. We welcome you inside the Webb's Marathon and Automotive Pregame. And Hayden, finally it is here. It is hoop season, my friend.
Yeah, pretty excited. You know, it's always a little bit weird that first night you're trying to switch gears from football and volleyball and soccer to basketball, but here we are and excited to be back in the warmth of the indoors with a fresh season ahead of us.
Two teams here, Hayden, tonight that are young. It's one of those feeling out type of games to see what these squads have. And let's get right into things and look at the Yellow Jackets of Mt Vernon, the alma mater as well of our producer Adam Thompson. But let's take a look at the Yellow Jackets team spotlight under second-year head coach Nathan Short. Hayden.
Yeah, second season as head coach. Interesting year last night, trying to kind of get the program, identity a little bit solidified, try and see what he was going to be working with. They went 13-5 last year, 8-2 in the OCC, and they did. Coach Short's first game as head coach defeated Centerburg last season 52-39. They ended last year on a 5-game out of 6 winning streak, and they lost in tournament play to Groveport Madison 46-32. That's where their season last year would end.
And they had a big win over Mansfield Senior early on as well, but they do graduate some key players. And another key player that they were looking forward to having tonight, but due to personal issues, will not be playing, and that is Nevaeh Williams, the second-team All-OCC player, big post player for the Jackets, but they will not have her in the lineup this evening.
Yeah, unfortunate they won't have her here this evening, but it gives you an opportunity as a team, see who's going to step up and fill that role here right at the beginning of the season. And, sometimes these things can turn into things that bring good things with them. So we'll see who steps up to try and fill that spot tonight.
And before we get to the end, let's take a look at the team spotlight for the Lady Trojans of Centerburg under head coach Bo Glenn.
Yeah, last season they went 3-20, had a KMAC record of 0-12, and lost to Mt Vernon, as we mentioned, 52-39. So a good opportunity ahead of Coach Bo Glenn and the Lady Trojans to try and put together a more fruitful season this year. They finished 7th in the KMAC, won 2 of their final last 6 games, and lost to Afrocentric Early College 69-34 in postseason play. So a very, very young team that obviously we talked to them a little bit before the game. I know you did too. More hopeful about what they have on the roster this year, and just, looking to get things started off solid at home with their first win of the season.
And they have some freshmen coming up that won an 8th grade KMAC championship last year, so we'll see if they can really contribute this season. But let's head down to the court for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Back here in the Webb's Marathon and Automotive pregame, and let's take a look at one of the key players for Centerburg. Our player spotlight, once again brought to you by Webb's Marathon and Automotive, and that is one Kennedy Glenn, the junior small forward.
Going to be looking to, build on the season that she had last year, a growing year, and, anytime that you have a chance to go through that off season and put in the kind of work that they do, and you come out of another season as well, if you watch the Centerburg Lady Trojans volleyball team on the OH Report this year, you know that she excels in that department as well. So see if she's just able to, come out of that season probably still in wonderful shape, conditioning-wise, and going to switch gears over to basketball tonight, but looking forward to seeing how Miss Glenn will start her season.
All right, let's take a look at our starting lineups first for the home-standing Centerburg Trojans. Shepard, Glenn, the Glenn sisters actually, Clara Johnson and Kayla Larimore. Young lineup, no seniors in this starting 5, but like I said, some of these freshmen, they won a KMAC championship as 8th graders last year. And let's now look at the starters for the Mt Vernon Lady Jackets, once again brought to you by Webb's Marathon. Thayer, Burke, Thompson, Bell, and Lepley. As we are just about ready to go to kick things off for the 2022-23 basketball season. Let's take a look at our keys to victory first for the Jackets, Hayden.
Yeah, first off for them, find your identity. We talked a lot. Both sides have a lot of youth, but second year under head coach Short, and just looking to still kind of develop what they want to do, what they want to be known as a team. So implement that tonight. Start off with that tonight. Try and discover your identity. Steam the defense. Obviously, you want to come out hot offensively. They won 52-39 last year, so try and find that same spark on the offense. And then be road warriors. First game on the road. 2 schools that are actually rivals. So get a big non-conference win here against a close rival.
And then for the Lady Trojans, start a new chapter with all these young players. They can build a program that could be winners. Play your game your way and fuel the Red Army. Actually kind of sparse tonight, though, the Red Army. Not that many people here so far, but we'll see. I do see Tyler Johnson, though, in attendance.
Of course you do.
Absolutely. But we are underway in Mt Vernon with possession to start things off. Brooklyn Thayer turns it over, though, and the ball goes to the Lady Trojans as we have kicked off our high school basketball coverage for 2022 and 23. You and I were on the call for the final basketball game of the year for us, Buckeye Central in the state Final Four. Now we're in the heart of Ohio to kick off the next year. KMAC versus OCC. 3-ball in the air off the rim. That was Kennedy Glenn, but a rebound and a foul. And the first free throws of the night will go to the Lady Trojans off the offensive board. Take a look at the replay.
I think it's interesting, too, because, the OCC kind of spans a lot of the state of Ohio. I've got to imagine Mount Vernon, one of the most southern, if not the most southern team in the Ohio Cardinal Conference, because they're very close in proximity to Centerburg here, so kind of a big non-conference rivalry that the two schools share.
Clara Johnson with the free throw attempt, in and out. She'll have her second here. 70% free throw shooter, misses both. Rebound to the Lady Jackets. And that's knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Mount Vernon.
And those will be two critical and crucial things here, seeing who's going to be able to shake off the rust in terms of the turnover game and the free throw game early, because early on, while you're still trying to gel as a starting five and as a team, those are things that you definitely want to keep on the lower end and normally are going to give you that upper hand come fourth quarter and end of the game time.
Johnson trying to take the charge, although ball deflects off of her out of bounds. Inside the paint, the Thompson kicks it back out for three. Off the iron, no good. Offensive rebound for a moment. It's knocked out of bounds. It will go to the Lady Trojans. 48 seconds in the season. We are still scoreless on the Monarch Title Services scoreboard. Travis Berardi, Hayden Gray from Centerburg High School tonight. Lady Trojans, their second possession of the game. Kenley Farrell gets it stolen away, turns it over. Back come the Lady Jackets, but they give it right back. Trying to push it there, Hayden, but just out of the reach.
Yeah, they got into a nice fast break, good hustle and effort. Looks like they were going to have numbers there, a little 3-on-2, but just a little bit too much power on the pass.
Kennedy Glenn hands it off. That's Larimore. Into the paint, turnaround jumper off the backboard, no good, but rebound puts it back and in. Clara Johnson, 2-0 Centerburg.
Great second look, great to be in the right spot at the right time, get the rebound, draw the foul, and even better yet, get the and one on top of that.
Haley Burke called with the foul. And the Lady Trojans cashing in on its second offensive rebound of the game. And she hits the free throw. 3-0.
Now applying a little bit of that full court pressure, make it hard for Mount Vernon to advance the ball into the front court.
Coach Glenn saying they were going to go with that three-quarter court pressure to, try and speed up these young Lady Jackets. 5-out look. Gets it off to Bell. Now over to Thayer. She tries to dribble in. Instead gets it back out to Lepley. Working it around. Burke now gets it inside. Bobbled for a second layup. Good, though. Caitlin Thompson gets Mount Vernon on the boards, 3-2.
Great recovery by Thompson because, again, they had great ball movement there on that possession. Looked like she fumbled the initial pass on the inside a little bit, but able to recover.
Glenn tries another three, no good. Rebound to Mount Vernon. Lady Jackets with possession looking to take their first lead of the season. Left side, three by Lepley, in and out. Rebound to Centerburg.
Now they're trying to push it up court quick as well.
Avery Glenn with the three off the iron, knocked out of bounds, but it will stay with the Lady Trojans. Still looking for their first three of the season. 0 for 3 thus far, though, to start. Kennedy Glenn underneath looking to inbound. She'll get it out to Farrell at the top of the key. Gets it off to Larimore. And that's going to be a foul on Thayer, team's third, her first. Now, we said in the pregame, both these teams young. And, with young squads, first couple games of the season as a coach especially, you have your scrimmages and everything, but that's not the same as a game situation in the regular season. So, you might not know what exactly you have until maybe game 4 or 5.
Sure, that's exactly where I was going to go. It's a tale as old as time. It's cliche, but it's the same thing because each team each year is completely different and new. As that one just almost went in, but like you said, there's only so much you can get out of a scrimmage or a shootout in the summer to prepare you for game one.
Picked off, but given right back off the collision. Thought that was a nice up and under move by Larimore, but just couldn't get the friendly roll. We're going to get a reach in on Kennedy Glenn. It'll be the first foul against Centerburg, her first. So we're nearing the midway point of this opening quarter. It's 3-2 in favor of the Lady Trojans. Down the baseline, kicks it back out. Burke for three, yes. Haley Burke. Farrell, left side to Kennedy Glenn. Fakes the three, gets it off to Avery Glenn. Now let right side, Farrell for three. Answer right back.
If you're going to leave her wide open, she's going to knock those down. Great response.
6-5 Centerburg, midway point here of the opening quarter. And referee didn't
doing a little dance.
Doing dancing. Yeah, you're allowed to. It's the first game of the year for them. Shout out Brian Blair, watching from Iowa.
Wow.
Quality high school basketball TV production. Excellent. Thank you very much. Can't do this without Adam Thompson with all the cool graphics. I mean, blown away by all the cool stuff that he's put out so far for this production tonight. The all brand new paint and everything like that. Adam, getting out the paint can, drawing something new up, and it's a beauty as always. It's a beaut, Clark. Inside, look for the spin around, but that's going to be on the floor. Referee waved that off, although Thompson, it was a pretty nifty shot there, but it was before the shot on the Remax Peak. Tyler Griffith, replay.
Yeah, craftiness. It's a shame that one won't count because she did a nice job lofting it up there, getting a little elevation on it, but they'll get to inbound the ball and look to score 2 or 3 more right here.
In the bell. She's fouled and one. Got it anyway.
And arguably that second one there might have been even more impressive than the first one, the second effort.
Just the muscle. It's going to go against Larimore. It's going to be her second. So we have our first substitution of the evening as Chesney Farrell will check in. Free throw up and in. 8-6 in favor of Mount Vernon. Quick handoff. Top of the key. Glenn. Right side to Kenley Farrell. Now back out top to Kennedy Glenn. Chesney Farrell to her sister Kenley for three. A little too strong, but her sister's there with the rebound. Third offensive rebound for Centerburg. But Kennedy Glenn with the double dribble. It's a turnover. Both teams with 3 turnovers here in the first quarter.
And that's tough. That's one of those, if it works out there for Glenn and she doesn't double dribble, you're going to compliment the ball movement, decision making, but that time just a little bit too much. Got the turnover.
Lepley trapped, gets it off to Burke. Now inside, layup with the right hand, nicely done. 10-6 Mount Vernon on the bucket by Bell, her 5th point. Great job, the shield with the left arm and then using the right, and Centerburg back-to-back turnovers.
Loving the enthusiasm you're seeing out of Coach Short as well. I was trying to do a little research on Coach last night and found out that, his wife, I believe she's on the coaching staff. I believe she is the head coach at Mount Vernon Nazarene, and he was on that staff for a few years with her. And it was a good article. He said he's kind of been around the different schools as a coach and finally lands a job back at his alma mater of Mount Vernon. So I know he's thrilled about what's in store for the ladies this year.
Mount Vernon doing a great job getting the ball inside. Unlucky there, however. Centerburg comes out with the rebounds. We have a couple Lady Jackets subs getting ready to come in. Left side, Kennedy Glenn open 3 off the front iron. No good. Rebound to Mount Vernon. The shooting woes continue here early on for the Lady Trojans. Bell, left side to Lepley. Now to Thompson, around to Burke. At the elbow, back to Thompson inside. Layup shot in and out, no good.
Big pass up front.
Kind of a chuck on the turnaround. Didn't really compose herself, and it goes out and back to Mount Vernon. 1:37 left here, opening quarter. 10-6, Lady Jackets lead. Crossover by Thayer. Back out, 3 by Burke. Too strong. Who gets the rebound? Mount Vernon, and we'll get a foul.
Yeah, right now just the hustle from the Lady Jackets has just outdone Centerburg so far. You know, they're very scrappy, going after every loose ball, and that's what's got them in a situation that's boding well so far here in the first quarter.
Kylie Parsons and Elizabeth Miller now check in. Looking to get inside. Parsons kicks it back out. They'll reset. 1:13 left in the opening quarter. Spin move by Bell. Gets it right side, but off the baseline and out. It's a turnover for Mount Vernon, their 4th. (10-6) on the Monarch Title Services scoreboard.
Under a minute now here in the first quarter.
Farrell from the elbow. Too strong, tried the bank, didn't go. 6th defensive turnover, or rebound, correction, from Mount Vernon. They have 8 total rebounds here in this opening stanza.
Another turnover for Mount Vernon.
That's their 5th. Lady Trojans trying to push it. Glenn, back out to the other Glenn. Avery, now to Kennedy for 3. In and out. Still trying to get that first 3 to go down. Back comes Mount Vernon into the lane. Layup shot, easy bucket there for Thayer, her first. It's 12-6 with 13 seconds left in the quarter.
That's how you do it. If no one's going to step in front of you, and even if they did, she was determined to take that one all the way to the hoop, finish strong.
3 seconds. 3 in the air. Yes! Avery Glenn finishes the quarter off with a 3. And it's 12-9 after 1. We'll take a break. Be back with quarter number 2 here live and free on the OH Report.
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together, or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
(12-9) the score after 1. Centerburg's first possession of the second quarter is a turnover, their 5th. Travis Berardi back here with Hayden Gray from the heart of Ohio. And good start for Mount Vernon so far, Hayden. As they add on there, Brooklyn Thayer just shrugs off the defender and knocks it down.
Stop and stare Thayer. I mean, just took a look as in disbelief from her own move, then drilled the jumper.
but answer right back. Larimore gets her first bucket of the season. It's 14-11.
And hopefully she's able to stay out of foul trouble here in the second quarter, because so far she's been the best shot creator for the Trojans on the floor. Those 2 early fouls, though, could be a little bit crucial to her minutes here in the first half.
Nice pass inside. Unable to get the friendly bounce, but an offensive rebound put back. Good. Reese Lepley makes it 16-11 after the offensive board by Mount Vernon. Centerburg looking to answer. Larimore into the lane. Spin move. Hook shot. Yes. Nice job by Larimore to shield off the defender and just use that nice little sky hook to make it a 3-point game once again.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she's a crafty playmaker out there and has been the offense for the Lady Trojans.
That foul is going to go against Avery Glenn. It'll be her first, team's 4th. Or actually their 5th. Kennedy Glenn checking back in for her sister. And the inbound's intercepted by Clara Johnson. Ahead, back out. Now the Kennedy Glenn for 3. Yes, got the friendly bounce.
Great choice from Glenn. Not that she shouldn't continue to shoot, but realizes her last few shots haven't fallen, makes the extra pass, and it pays off.
We're tied at 16. 5 different Lady Trojans on the board. Same for Mount Vernon. It's been a balanced first half here by both sides offensively. Miller from the elbow. Can she make it to 6? No, too strong, but an offensive rebound. Nobody there. Second offensive rebound, and Thompson will go to the line. 5th offensive rebound for Mount Vernon.
Yeah, it's been an issue for Centerburg. Haven't been able to protect the paint down on the defensive side of the ball, so can't get caught asleep down there. Got to have to make some adjustments to make sure Mount Vernon isn't able to collect all these second chance points.
Free throw by Thompson is good. Gives Mount Vernon the lead back 17-16. Want to welcome everybody once again watching live and free on the OH Report Facebook and YouTube channels this opening night of the girls' season as that free throw is missed. Let us know where you're watching from. Give us a shout out, we'll shout you out. Ball nearly turned over, and it will be.
Now they've got numbers.
And a 3-pointer off the back iron. Rebound to Centerburg.
Well, and I didn't necessarily love that possession. I think that's the earliest shot, though, that they've taken, I would say, into the shot clock. Now there isn't one, but something Mount Vernon's been really good at tonight is being patient with their decision-making. That time a little bit rushed.
Miller's going to get called for the foul there. Although Coach Glenn kind of unhappy with his point guard. Evie Stone had all that middle open, tried going to the sideline, almost got cut off, but got bailed out with the foul. Also got to shout out Coach Glenn, looking like Jim Tressel over there with the sweater.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I was waiting to see where you were going to be going with things, but now that you said it, pretty spot on.
Also got the toothpick in there, in the mouth too. Yeah.
You know, I feel that I'm a stress chewer, especially with the strings on sweatshirts.
Yeah.
That's kryptonite.
That's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay. I mean, you have, Coach Sheldon at Colonel Crawford, one of the great coaches with the towel. Coaches, they just need their little stress relief. Yeah, Adam, correct. Rebound Centerburg, but Javar Hudgens from Mansfield Senior does, stays in the defensive stance the whole time, You just got to, everybody has their different little shtick to do, and it's fun.
I think basketball coaches would make good umpires or catchers in baseball. They stay in that position all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Burke to the elbow. Too strong. Over the back call is going to go against Thompson. That'll be the 5th team foul against the Lady Jackets. Lady Jackets will be in the bonus the rest of the way in this half. They do have one foul to give before Centerburg will also be in the bonus. Stone. Stowe. I said Stone, it's Stowe. From the elbow, and she's going to get wrapped around and fouled, so she will go to the line.
Yeah, no selling that one. A lot of contact made, and a chance now. Try and get the lead here if you can knock down a pair of free throws.
Stowe, the 5'4" freshman guard on that from that 8th grade KMAC championship squad, but can't get the first free throw of the fall. Lady Trojans, 1 of 4 from the line so far. Let's take a look at our fan zone. Brian dominating the fan zone right now. He has the lone comment, so get your comments in.
Yeah, join Brian in the fan zone.
Stowe hits the second. We're evened up again. 17 all midway through quarter number 2 here on opening night. Lepley, block, passes it back out though. Moving around, 3 by Burke. Off the side iron, offensive rebound, knocked around. It'll be a jump ball. Possession will stay with the Yellow Jackets.
And that's a big one. A couple points here would be huge. If you could see in the bottom corner of your screen, Centerburg was starting to get, the bench was getting real riled up, trying to cheer on their teammates on the floor, so you want to try and quiet that noise a little bit if you can, if you're Mount Vernon.
Great job by Farrell there. She was beaten for a second, but still able to recover and knock that out of bounds. Could have been an easy layup, but great hustle by her. They do get it in bounds. Lepley, top of the key, trying to get it inside, but going to be bailed out by a foul by Larimore. That's going to be her third, and that's going to put Mount Vernon to the line.
Yeah, Thompson had just earned positioning there, and I think that she acknowledged that, and so no choice but to foul, but as you mentioned, she picks up her third, so with 3.5 to play in the second, I'm sure her first half may come to a close.
Free throw, no good. Ball's bouncing around. Jumped on by Centerburg, and we're going to get a timeout by Coach Glenn. It'll be a 30. As the Lady Trojans unable to hit the front end of the 1-and-1. Timeout, it's a 30-second. Coming up tomorrow, more girls high school hoops. Riverdale at Upper Sandusky. Hayden, you're going to be on the call. That your first solo call with a little help from Adam Thompson as well. He's going to produce, but I should say your first time
basketball, yeah.
Commentary as the head commentator of the game. You excited?
Yeah, I'm fairly excited.
It took you a second to
yeah,
come.
no, of course I'm excited. I mean, got a little experience on Wednesday doing some solo volleyball, so I've been told I know how to talk a lot, so hopefully I'll be able to turn it on and we'll have a good time. But yeah, no, tune in. I know a lot of fans up in Upper Sandusky excited of what the season holds for them, so kick it with me for a little bit on your Saturday evening.
The only thing I would say is, tell the story. Explain. Be like Vin Scully. Just tell a story of what's going on in front of you. Like that. Dribbled off the leg of Stowe and out of bounds. Another turnover for Centerburg. They're 7th. And with 3:24 left in the half, Mount Vernon looking once again to take the lead. We're knotted at 17. Have fun. That's the most. Just have fun explaining the game. Bell dishes it off, but too strong, and they give it right back. And this is just the youth of both sides. We've explained this a couple times already. These two teams, as the season gets on, those turnovers, they'll start going away and get down. But both sides with 7 right now.
Yeah, beginning of the year added on to the youth and the lack of experience playing varsity basketball for both sides. That's definitely accounting for a lot of those turnovers, a lot of those missed shots or missed opportunities that we've seen. But you've got to shake off the rust sometime, so beginning of the season is normally where you see most of that fall off.
Avery Glenn gets it to her sister, fakes the 3. Left side to Stowe. She's going to try the corner 3. It's going to go off the back iron, and we're going to get a jump ball. Good hustle. It'll stay with Centerburg. as Chesney Farrell fights that one off. Coach Glenn showing his displeasure. They're not running the offense. Austin Mills, my man.
Oh, jeez.
Josh Johnson, let's go Evie, Chesney, and Kenley, and a nice shout out to Tyler Johnson. I gotta shout out the KMAC Player of the Year in the football side. I know not the finish you guys wanted for the season, but still a great one. Speaking of KMAC football, as Glenn tries the three and shuts me up for a second. Bang! Second three. You can use that as well a couple times.
Go, yeah.
Lady Trojans leads 20-17, but Danville playing for a regional championship against Warren JFK tomorrow. I will be on the call with Brian Skoronsky. So we get a foul on Stowe. It'll be her first, and I'll send the Lady Jackets back to the line. But it'll be on a delayed because Spectrum decided to want to cover all 28 regional final games and shut out every live stream provider that is not them. So we will have it on delay. 9 o'clock tomorrow night, we'll have the full replay of the D7 Region 25 Championship. Live, well, not live, but free. Always free. Remember that, folks. Always free. We will not charge you. And just ignore those bots as well that want to charge you for the stream that you're already watching. Runner, no good. Knocked out of bounds, and it'll go to the Trojans as Coach Glenn happy with that defensive possession, Hayden.
Yeah, they're finally starting to limit those offensive boards that Mount Vernon's been able to find, and you can definitely tell they're going after the ball a little bit. We've had 2 jump balls here in the second quarter, and previously to that, not much of a fight for the rock. So they're starting to turn it on the defensive side.
Too strong on the open layup by Avery. Back comes the Lady Jackets. Nice hand by Stowe to deflect that out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Jackets, but it will allow Centerburg to reset, and it will allow Tiara Shepard to get her first moments of the season.
Yeah, great job from Stowe. Saved probably what could have been an easy layup for the Lady Jackets. So try and get a defensive stop, hold that lead at 3.
In the corner. 80 seconds left in the half. Back outside, knocked out of bounds. I think that was last touch by Mount Vernon. It was another turnover.
Yep.
If you look at the Remax Peak Tyler Griffith replay.
Yeah, Burke just swung for the ball on its way out and wasn't able to collect it in. So Centerburg a chance to make this a 2-possession game. Just over a minute left in the second quarter.
Glenn from the elbow gets it off to Shepard. Now to Avery Glenn for the deep 3. Kind of was fading away. Didn't hit anything, and it's out of bounds.
Probably not the possession they were looking for, but 58 seconds left. Unless Mount Vernon plays a little bit of stall ball, probably we'll see another possession for both sides.
20-17 on the Monarch Title Services scoreboard. Thayer, right side, back out to the top of the key to Burke. Now to Thompson. And the Lepley for 3. Off the front iron and over the backboard, out of bounds. Centerburg will get that possession, Hayden, with 42.2 left.
Yeah, Mount Vernon actually did move a little bit quicker than I even would have expected there on that possession.
Did get the open look, though.
Right, and if they don't want to pass that up, if they've got it, they have knocked down some 3s, so if those are there, you certainly want to take it. Still is just the first half. It's not like we're at the third quarter already, so.
Kennedy Glenn kind of slipped out of her hands, out of bounds, and Mount Vernon will get it back with 30.8 left. Stay tuned for the Webb's Marathon halftime after our break. Once the half ends, we'll have stats, analysis, much more coming up in 21 seconds of game time and a break. And a travel. For a second, I thought they were going to call a light foul there, but shuffled her feet, a little too much. Centerburg with another possession. Stowe across the timeline with 13. Kennedy Glenn now with it.
Yeah, this time I think you'll see them, look for a few more passes till they get that first open look, but they won't get it.
Stripped away from half court. Just off the right side, and that's how the first half will end. We played 16 minutes. Centerburg with the 2017 lead. We'll be back with the halftime show right after this. You're watching Girls High School Hoops opening night, live and free on the OH Report.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Welcome to the Webb's Marathon and Automotive halftime show here on the OH Report. Your score at the break, 20-17 in favor of the Lady Trojans of Centerburg, as we take a look at the halftime stats brought to you by Webb's Marathon and Automotive. 20-17 your score, and the difference, Hayden, 4 threes to 1 in favor of the Lady Trojans. Those 3 extra points is your difference. How easy is that?
Yeah, nice cut and dry. Short and simple, but as you mentioned, both teams been struggling a little bit. Centerburg just finding their groove a little bit better there in the second quarter from beyond the arc. But those turnovers are big for Mount Vernon. Those allowed them to get a lot of those second chance points. So if they can continue to win that battle, that would be huge in trying to regain the lead. Dead even at turnovers. And free throws haven't been a strength for anyone tonight so far, but I think that we're notched in for quite the second half, most definitely. It looked like Mount Vernon was in control earlier on, but Centerburg fighting back and then back up to a 3-point game.
Yeah, the shooting stats for Mount Vernon is also what's allowed Centerburg to have his 3-point lead. Mount Vernon out-rebounding on the defensive side, 11-7. Out-rebounding on the offensive glass, 5-3. Both teams with the 9 turnovers. Free throw shooting, start. 1-3 for Mount Vernon, 2 of 5 for Centerburg. Well, like you said, it's the start of the year. 8-6 fouls. Only one player really in foul trouble. That's Kayla Larimore with 3. Chesney Farrell had 2. Avery Glenn, Kennedy Glenn, Evie Stowe, all with 1 for Centerburg. Then on Mount Vernon, Elizabeth Miller with 2 fouls. Lepley, Burke, Thayer, and Thompson each with 1, as we're just about ready to go for the third quarter. But 15 seconds left here in the Webb's Marathon and Automotive halftime show on opening night. Let us know where you're watching from, live and free here on the OH Report. Get yourselves on the fan zone. Adam wants to use the fan zone tonight. Give me some comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you're doing, where you're at. We'll have a conversation. That's what we like to do here. We don't just shut you out. I need to talk to somebody other than Hayden, even though I really like Hayden a lot.
We're all about the fan interactivity
but,
here.
We like to have that. Nonetheless, let's get back to action here on the Monarch Title Services scoreboard, 20-17 in favor of the Lady Trojans, but Mount Vernon with a chance to tie here or cut into the deficit with the first possession of half number 2. Right side, nice pass, entry pass, inside layup, good. Bell with her 7-point, and that is how you run a post-entry play right there, Hayden.
I'm telling you, their ball movement and shot creation has been, I think, their biggest strength tonight. They've been patient on the offensive side of the ball, and it's paid off on pretty passes like that.
Right side to Glenn. Now to Larimore, top the key. She's going to go into the lane. Layup shot. What a take. Back-to-back nice possessions by both sides. It's 22-19.
Well, and that's why I'm telling you I'm going to be watching Larimore closely and just how that develops here throughout the second half, because she is that player in foul trouble. But like I said, I think it's been instrumental for them to have her out on the court this half. So especially with Mount Vernon kind of running that full court press, when they get the ball back, we'll see how she's able to handle the pressure.
Near turnover, but it's going to be a foul against Kennedy Glenn. That's going to be her second, the first of half number 2. And Larimore, she's going to have to be one of the key players this year. Last year, 8 points per game, 6 rebounds, a 41% field goal percentage, and she's near those averages already. Count it in the bucket.
Is that going to be her? I believe that was Larimore, her 4th foul, Travis.
We'll get the official count, and it is. So 22-21, and Mount Vernon with a chance here as Bell scored both field goals to start the second half, and a chance to tie it here. She does. We're tied at 22. 10 points by Bell, the first player in the double figures by either side. That pushed ahead. That's going to go out of bounds. Turnover, Centerburg. They're 10th.
So they're going to have to stay cool, calm, and collected with Larimore going down with that 4th foul. Going to need someone to step up and be that main facilitator of the ball. Get Glenn some more opportunities to look beyond the arc.
Thayer picked up her dribble, got knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Jackets with 6:33 left here in the third quarter. Another nice entry pass, but off the deflection. Layup shot no good. Good box out, but didn't go for the ball, and it'll stay with Mount Vernon off the offensive board. Pass inside, turned over.
Yeah, that time went for the bounce pass. Probably should have gone an alternative route, but make up for it on the defensive side.
Pass over to Thompson, layup shot too strong, rebound Centerburg. Lady Trojans back with possession, under 6 to play here in the third quarter. Thompson gets it to, first it was Glenn, got it to Johnson. Glenn with the deep three, too strong. Mount Vernon with its 12th defensive rebound. Bell into the lane, spin move, kicks it back out for three. Burke off the front iron and out of bounds.
So I think we're kind of starting off the second half how we started off the first half, coming out a little bit too quick for both sides, taking a lot of those first shots that they see. The first couple possessions looked pretty solid, but right now we're getting a couple rush shots. Look for whoever's going to be able to try and get into more of a groove as you see another turnover for Centerburg.
12th turnover, the third in the first 3 minutes. Layup, no good. Coach Short calling for a foul, not going to get it. Left side, Glenn, now to Stowe from the corner. Off the front iron, rebound to Centerburg, tried to put it back up, but Farrell's fouled and will go to the line. That's just all effort right there. Beating two defenders for the ball and then just getting the attempt right back up to get the free throws.
Yeah, great work in the paint from Farrell. She's really stepped up since Larimore took a seat. Been trying to get those rebounds. As you take a look at her stats from last year, almost 9 points, 7 rebounds a game, 41.5% field goal percentage, solid returning player.
Chesney Farrell with her second free throw attempt. Right through the bucket, made the adjustment. Kenley's sister gets on the board. And a steal, layup, off the side iron, knocked out of bounds. So they got the steal, a good look, but it just wouldn't fall, and it goes back to Mount Vernon. That three-quarter court press back on. Mount Vernon breaks it, though. Lepley to the baseline, back out to Thayer. Around the Miller. She's going to try a three. Too strong. Rebound, Kennedy Glenn. Nearly gave it away. Instead, it's a 3-on-1. Left side. Johnson, too strong. Back comes Mount Vernon. 4:33 left in the third. 23-22 Centerburg. Lepley. Up top to Parsons. Now to Miller. Charge, offensive foul. Take a look at the replay.
See if she was in motion or not.
Did she beat her to the spot? I think she did, but it was the lowering of the shoulder.
Right, yep. I think it could have gone either way, and either side would have had an argument for or against the call.
That ball goes off the back of the Mount Vernon defender, so Centerburg able to advance the inbounds pass up. Lady Trojans with possession. Glenn, pull back. That's a long two off the hands of Mount Vernon, and again it will stay with the Lady Trojans with 4:06 left.
And a bit of a standoff here in the last few moments. Only about 3 points combined from both teams in what feels like about the last 2 to 3 minutes.
That's deflected and turned over. Back comes Mount Vernon. Nice take to the hole and finish by Thayer.
all I can picture is I don't know who in the NBA did that celebration with the steps, but the Euro step pulled out here in game 1, executed perfectly.
Nearly got the 5-second call, but Glenn will pull for 3. Just off, rebound Mount Vernon. 14th defensive rebound, but they turn it over. We take a look at the replay.
Just slipped right out of the hands.
Maybe a bit of a defensive butt by Stowe. But they were both trying to get ahead. Stowe just kept running, goes out of bounds, and we'll get a timeout. 3:38 left here. Mount Vernon leading 24-23. Centerburg with the 60-second timeout. And once again, it'll allow us to plug tomorrow's games. Hayden will be on the call once again for the first time as play-by-play. Riverdale at Upper Sandusky. That's a fun place to call a game, too. I love the atmosphere there at Upper Sandusky High School. The 2-tiered levels. You'll be upstairs with everybody. Kind of like here, but on both sides. I will be with Brian Skoronsky in New Philadelphia as Danville takes on Warren JFK. 1 versus 3 in Division 7 Region 25. Winner goes to the state Final Four. Now, because Spectrum wanted to air all 28 regional final matches, they get dibs. If you want to pay $10 and watch that, well, that's up to you. But if you want to watch it free, 9 o'clock we'll have the re-air, the full re-air with myself and Brian Skoronsky on the call. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock.
Had a chance last night to actually go down and spend a little bit of time with those Danville Blue Devils, head coach Matt Bloom. Phenomenal season that they're having, and I think you kind of get to that time of the year now, maybe not those fans over in Howard, but you get to that time of the year where if you got a conference team that's still in it, you're kind of rooting for them, but I don't know if too many in Howard still would want to admit rooting for the Devils in the postseason.
Coach Glenn drew up a perfect inbounds play, but the layup shot was just too strong. Fighting for the ball, it's going to stay with Mount Vernon, but that was a nice effort by Centerburg there to keep the defensive pressure on. Burke pressured again, but this time it will be a foul. It'll be the first against Kenley Farrell. The 3rd team foul here with 3:21 left in quarter number 3.
And, if you're Coach Glenn, I don't think you mind that foul at all from Farrell, showing some aggressiveness and some urgency.
Especially if it's their first foul, too.
Exactly.
You have 5. I mean, you might as well use 1 or 2. They don't go home with you,
Exactly.
Lady Jackets trying to get the pass inside, unable to. They've hit 1 3-pointer tonight. And they do get the entry pass, but it's mishandled by Parsons and out of bounds. Their 14th turnover. Ball goes back to Centerburg.
And a lot of those have come in that same position. They have a post player get open.
Miscommunication, and it will turn into a foul on Centerburg.
And fortunately, a lot on the other end of a lot of those turnovers, they've kind of gotten bailed out a little bit, might you say. Centerburg usually coughing the ball over right after, but on some of those passes into the paint, they've gotten positioning but just focused a little bit too much on their next move instead of securing the rock.
And we're going to get another foul. And she's wrong place at wrong time foul, I think. Because she was going for the ball, collided with the offensive player, and referees are going to call it on her. That's her first. Team's 5th. Thayer checks back in. That ball was kicked out of bounds, so it'll stay with Mount Vernon. But, sometimes, that effort not rewarded, and the referees are going to call you for, it was a bump. Inbounds pass. That's going to send Thompson to the line.
A lot going on here in this last 30 seconds between the fouls and turnovers.
Avery Glenn called for the foul. And they're going to say it was before the shot. I was going to say if it was on the shot, you'd actually call the foul on Johnson, but it was before. Quick pass, corner three, short.
Almost
Rebound
got
to
on rebound.
Centerburg. It's going to be a jump ball, and it will go to the Lady Trojans. So a hectic last 45 seconds here, Hayden. Nobody able to score, though.
No, not a lot of scoring, just a lot of turnovers and fouls and a lot of
Early
chaos,
season basketball, yes, for two young squads. Farrell gets it off to Johnson. Right side now, Avery Glenn gets it back to Johnson for three, and she hits it. 6 point for Johnson. Lady Trojans lead 26-24.
Great one for Johnson, too. You saw the soft touch on that one. Not forced, not rushed, just put enough sauce on it to splash home to three.
Three from Lepley to answer. Offensive rebound, put back, good. Thayer with her 8th point.
No one on the right side.
And Farrell going 90 miles an hour draws the foul and will go to the line.
I mean, that's an accurate representation of if, you're out there on your riding lawnmower pushing it from turtle to the rabbit. She just accelerated down the court. No one was going to stop her, and all Mount Vernon could do, and that choice was the foul.
Lepley called for her 3rd. It was before the shot, so inbounds underneath the bucket. Farrell again dishes it off to Stowe. Top of the key, right side to Glenn. Back to Stowe. Under 2 to play here, 3rd quarter. We're tied at 26. Avery Glenn gets it off to Johnson into the lane, puts up the shot, good. Trojans lead again, 8 points for Johnson, 28-26, 90 seconds left in the quarter.
5 of those 8 have come in about the last minute and a half, scoring all the points here since the midway mark in the 3rd quarter for Centerburg.
Thayer from the elbow, off the front iron, ball bouncing around, and it will stay with Mount Vernon, went off of Johnson last.
Well, and that can be a big call here. If the game continues to trend the way it has, neither team's been able to grow any form of large lead. So anytime you're able to get the call to go your way.
And a travel on the inbounds. Turnover, Mount Vernon, their 15th. Olivia Joyner will come in for the first time tonight. She will replace Chesney Farrell. Barely gets it in, but Farrell does take it. Double team for a moment. She gets out of that. Nearly trips. Ball knocked out, but they're going to call a foul. That'll be the 2nd against Burke.
Yeah, almost moving too quick that time. Started to lose her footing and dribble a bit, but fouled on the play. Mount Vernon's 4th foul of the half.
Farrell gets it back to Avery Glenn. Glenn, top of the key to Stowe. Back to Farrell for 3. Just off. Rebound, Mount Vernon. 52 seconds running 3rd quarter clock. Thayer all the way to the line. No, it's a charge. Wave it off.
It's a big call.
Take a look at the Knox Community Hospital replay. Yeah.
Looks like the feet were planted.
Yeah.
And that's great hustle.
Johnson pumped as she comes to the sideline for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's big. That's the difference between Mount Vernon shooting a free throw right now with a chance to take the lead.
That's deflected. It'll stay with Centerburg as Coach Short thought it was deflected off, and that's close. We don't have the angle to see whose hand touched it last, but it's close. Nonetheless, a steal and a timeout. Coach Short, big steal by Burke. 14th turnover for Centerburg. And we will have a timeout. 30 seconds, and that gives me a chance, as you look at the Knox Community Hospital replay of the great effort. Special time of the year, too, for us at the OH Report. This is our first KMAC broadcast of the winter season. We have joined actually an exclusive deal with the KMAC. We are going to show at least, I believe, 3 games, boys and girls basketball, of all KMAC schools. We will be at every single KMAC school. We will also be showing off some KMAC wrestling, bowling, and a couple other championship sports as well.
Bowling.
That's going to be a fun one.
I'm stoked for some bowling.
I can't wait to see what Adam has cooked up for the bowling coverage there. But the exclusive streamer of the KMAC. We are the OH Report. But you can also, anybody else that does games that have been radio stations, other live stream providers, they're allowed to come too. We don't want to throw anybody out, but we're going to have a lot of KMAC this year. It makes me very happy since I am KMAC Trav. Back to action. Top the key, Thayer for 3. No good. Rebound, Centerburg. They got a chance here with 30 seconds left in the quarter. Ahead layup, too strong. That's going to go off of center. Oh, it's going to go off of Mt Vernon. Farrell too strong on the layup here.
Huh.
I don't
Looks like
know.
It took a bounce off the right side of the knee.
We're up here.
Anybody's best guess.
Nonetheless, Centerburg maintains possession. 23 seconds. Open 3 for Glenn. She knew it right as she let go. Her third 3 of the night. It's 31-26, largest lead of the evening for Centerburg. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Miller, she's going to get bumped. And that will put Mt Vernon on the line for a 1-and-1, the third on Stowe. 10.2 seconds left, but probably saw Kennedy Glenn right as she let that go. She started running down court. She knew that was going through. But yeah, just, overplaying a little bit, but that's a basketball play for you. It's a foul, but good basketball play. Stowe will check out for the last 10 seconds. Miller to the line for a 1-and-1. Makes the first. She'll get a second shot.
And these are big. You'd much rather go down 3 with a chance to maybe force a quick steal or turnover than go down 5 and with all the momentum leaning towards the Lady Trojans going into that final and fourth quarter.
Second free throw short. Rebound to the Lady Trojans. 3 seconds. Glenn, can she get another one? At the buzzer, yes! Kennedy Glenn, her 4th 3 of the night, gives the Trojans the 34-27 lead. We'll take a break. Be back with Money Time, live and free on the OH Report.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
What time is it, Hayden?
It's money time.
As our CEO, president, cameraman, color commentator, everything, Brian Skoronsky would say, it's money time. Mt Vernon in some trouble right now. And we're going to get a timeout, so a quick timeout by Coach Short. 30-second timeout. But big buckets by Kennedy Glenn to finish the third. Back-to-back shots, back-to-back threes, extends this lead to 6. As you take a look at both of those threes. The first one, watch her just let go, and she knew it. Just started running. bam, and then right as time was running out, Shepard finds her wide open before the end, and you see Coach Glenn with the fist pump. He knew it, as Centerburg has its largest lead of the night, 6 points, 34-27. Now, yes, this may be a bit of a sloppy game, turnover-wise, things like that, but both these teams really bringing it, at least tonight. And that's what both coaches told me before the game, too, that both their squads give it 110% every single play. It may be a bit sloppy to start, but once they really get things going, you know, these could be some fun teams to watch down the line.
Well, and I'm sure Centerburg, you know, once they've gotten this lead, doesn't want to let their foot off the gas pedal. Thinking back to last season, Mt Vernon's just scored 1 point over the halfway mark of their total from last year's game. They put up 52, and Centerburg just 5 points away from their total last year of 39. So kind of want to flip the script. I don't know if we'll have that large of a margin of victory, but they definitely want to get a little revenge after last year.
Layup no good. Rebound back to Mt Vernon. You know, Lady Jackets also probably missing Nevaeh Williams tonight, you know, out due to personal reasons. But, you know, the second team All-OCC player could, you know, especially inside, really be that presence for the Lady Jackets, especially moving forward. So if they can get these other players, these younger players to come out, you know, they might have a shot to do some things later on. Inside, triple team, back out, 3 in the air off the front iron. Rebound, reverse layup, good. Something I was unable to do at Clear Fork practice, a reverse layup. And that's the 10th point for Thayer, 34-29.
They've got to get some big stops. Glenn looks for that same spot at the end of the third quarter. Wasn't able to connect there.
But back into the game is Larimore, and she's going to go to the line for some free throws.
As you mentioned, it's going to be big to have her back in here and try and help grow this lead. She does have those 4 fouls, but in the final quarter, hoping to make the most of her minutes, as she does have pending any kind of 5th foul that she may pick up.
Starting 5 back out there for both sides. 8.8 points per game, 6.8 rebounds, 41.5% for the sophomore field goal percentage. As she looks to get Centerburg back to their largest lead of the night, and she does. 2 for 2 from the line there.
Well, she's going to be a key piece for this Lady Trojans basketball program.
Miller for 3. Ooh, overshot that, but it's stolen right back. Into the lane, layup, yes, and 1. Thayer scores again. She has 12, and she'll have a chance to make it 13.
Some vengeance there from the last one that went the other way on a very similar call in favor of Centerburg. So now a chance she can knock down the free throw, get it back to just over a 1-possession game.
Cannot convert, though, but an offensive rebound. Mt Vernon with a chance to cut into the lead some more. From the front, no. Contested shot, rebound to Larimore. 3 for Glenn, yes, he got another. 15 points, 5 threes for Kennedy Glenn. It's an 8-point lead for the Lady Trojans.
I mean, you got to make some clear adjustments here if you're Mt Vernon. You've got to have someone just responsible for almost pulling on the back of her jersey at all times and not letting her out of your sight. How has she been able to get that wide open? Every time she's sprinting, getting down to her spot, and defense has just been lacking for Mt Vernon to keep track of her, kind of like a spy on the quarterback in football. They need to spy her here and make sure someone's around her at all times.
39-31, Lady Trojans with a chance here to have the first double-digit lead of the night with a layup wide open. Look, there it is. Clara Johnson with 10. 41-31. Centerburg with a lead with 5:14 left in the game. Oh, and you can't do that. Farrell called for the reach-in foul, and that will send Mt Vernon to the line on a stopped clock.
That's going to have to be part of the game plan for them in his final 5 minutes, is trying to force fouls. Got to take advantage of the stoppage of time, as you mentioned, and the fact that they're going to be in the bonus the rest of the way. But if you're going to do that, Trev, you got to knock down your shots.
Thayer with the 1-and-1. Misses it, but gets her own rebound. Layup shot. No, another chance. Yes. Wow. Timeout, Mount Vernon. Hustle there by Thayer.
That is tremendous hustle. Picked up a couple boards and a couple points all in about 5 seconds.
And Adam pointed this out. She let it go. She knew that she missed, so she sprinted down the lane, got her own rebound, and then got a second one to get the finish on the Knox Community Hospital replay. That cuts it to 8. Still plenty of time here as well for the full timeout. We want to thank everybody for what we have over 100 people watching on a night where Division 1, 2, 3, and 5 for high school football are playing regional championship games. But this is live and free. This isn't, you don't have to pay to watch a football game for $10 the only way, unless you want to watch a replay that's free. But we want to thank you all for watching. Opening night, high school basketball season. You know we all love basketball season around here at the OH Report, not only because it's inside, but because it's
big part
fun.
Of it.
It's fun. We're all big basketball fans as well.
No, yeah.
You know, I know you like it warm, nice and toasty warm in here. You're in your hoodie and everything, and you don't have no wind blowing, no snow, anything like that.
Nope.
It's not like the All-Star
climates.
Not like the All-Star soccer match where you were freezing your
toes are still recovering. Right.
Now, Adam does make a good point. They had the air conditioning on deep freeze for the graduation.
That's a smart move, though. That's a smart move.
Although Adam was the only one, I think, complaining there because there's 900 people in here and they kept it cool. Centerburg nearly broke the press, but a good hand on it by Thompson gives Mount Vernon another chance to cut into the lead. Inside, deflected, stays with Mount Vernon. Thayer gets it outside the bell. Now back to Miller at the top of the key. She'll try to drive it. Floater in the lane, banks it, no good. But it will stay with Mount Vernon again. 12th offensive board. Miller, another floater. In and out, no good. Another offensive rebound, puts it back, and they'll go to the line. Thompson will have a chance for 2 shots. That was a lot to take in right there.
I mean, that one right there goes down about as far as I think you can without not having a point of return.
Toilet bowl.
Yeah. But the difference, again, was their hustle and grind on the offensive glass.
Free throw, no good.
But they have got to knock down these free throws, man. They can't bank on trying to get the rebound off of it every time.
That's her 3rd miss in a row after making her first. She is 1 of 4 from the line. In this second half, they are 1 of 6.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it.
Actually, 2 of 7. Trevi Harris watching from Alaska. Love to watch competitive basketball. Thank you for watching. And also, follow us on our YouTube page to get alerts, and also Facebook. Just search the OH Report. Follow us there. We'll have live and free action as well. That 3 in and out by Glenn.
Maybe they can let me know in the comments. I think it's in Alaska right now, the total darkness, that part of the year.
Yes.
Where they only get a few hours, if any, of sunlight. So maybe you can let us know.
Kayla Larimore on the rebound just fouled out. That's a big moment here.
Yeah, that could wind up being
really big.
As well
as being 2 shots for Mount Vernon. Double whammy.
Yeah, because depending on, you don't want to start it with 4 minutes left, but depending on how Mount Vernon continues to shoot free throws here for about the next 2 minutes, if they make any kind of push, I mean, if you're Centerburg, you're okay with fouling. I mean, they've shot 2 of 7.
And you're right, Hayden. This is the shortest daylight of the year for Alaskans, where they don't see it for a long time. Mid to late November until late January, the sun never rises.
I don't know why it came to mind. I just thought, wow, Alaska.
Made the first, missed the second, but it goes out of bounds and it will stay with the Lady Jackets.
And Centerburg making things a lot harder on themselves here in the last couple of moments.
And we're going to get a block. So more free throws coming.
Foul on the Trojans, number 21, Claire Johnson, her third. Shooting 2 for the Jackets, number 35.
So with the foul out by Larimore, this game's been flipped on its head as Lepley now with a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Can't make the first, though.
What would that be? Free throw number 9
I
for the half?
think so.
Just trying to think. I mean, if they convert all of them, and they'll miss the second as well.
Rebound to Centerburg. Trap, but they do get it off.
There's at least 6 points that they've left out there, which would make it 41-40.
They've made 3.
Missed 7.
12. 3 of 12.
Wow. So there's 9 points out there.
3 in the air for Farrell. No good. Rebound to Parsons. Mount Vernon with another chance to cut into the deficit. 3:40 left in the game. Thayer hands off to Burke. Works it around to Lepley. Nearly loses it, but regains possession as Burke.
And they've got to work the ball inside. Nothing going on. Great perimeter defense from the Trojans, so they've got to try and go in and draw one of those fouls.
And it's going to be a turnover. So both times, both things for Centerburg there. They allowed Mount Vernon to run off clock, and 2, it ended in an empty possession.
Yeah. Great perimeter defense from there on that possession, and that's all you can really ask for if you're Coach Glenn right now. That and just avoiding picking up fouls.
But they turn it back over. That's going to be inbounded in a difficult spot for Mount Vernon, that corner, to where you can literally have one player block most of your passing lane.
Not going to put anyone in front of her, though.
Double teaming the inbounds pass. It's deflected out, and it will stay with Mount Vernon in a better position to inbound with 3:13 left. 7-point game. Three in the air. Yes, nothing but net. Lepley hits her first 3 of the night. She has 5 points. It's 41-37.
Not a bad time to knock down your first 3
And
of
the
the
Lady
night.
Trojans turn it over again. Their 18th turnover. And with 2:59 left, Mount Vernon has a chance to cut this to 1 possession. Timeout, Bo Glenn. Here come the Lady Jackets. Should take a look at the replay of the 3. You're wide open. I mean, easiest shot she's going to have tonight, and she nails it. I want to thank our sponsors tonight for bringing this high school basketball live stream live and free on the OH Report this evening. Webb's Marathon and Automotive, Monarch Title Services, Tyler Griffith Remax Peak, Knox Community Hospital, and then our 2 commercial sponsors, Park National Bank and Spherion Mid Ohio. Thank you all for allowing us to bring these live streams to you live and always free right here on the OH Report Facebook and YouTube channels. Always free, Hayden. Always.
Yeah, and if anyone watching tonight has a business who hasn't been reached out to by us yet or is interested in being a sponsor on one of our broadcasts, reach out to any of us here. You can contact me at Hayden@OH.report. That's my email. Hit up Brian at OH.report or Jory at OH.report. Anybody will help give you the information you need to get involved.
Or Travis at OH.report. So we can get back to action. Burke gets it off. Thought about the 3 for a second, but Thayer dribbles it in. Layup attempt. Got it. Lepley with 7. It's a 2-point game. 2:43 left. Still bringing the press, and they get the steal.
Oh, my goodness. She tiptoed it on the tightrope to stay in.
Thayer gets it inside. Layup shot. Good. We're tied. Thompson with 5. 41-41. It's an 8-0 run. Ahead. That's kicked.
Wow.
The referees didn't call it, though.
Wow.
It's a turnover.
I am astounded. Maybe they thought it got more of the shin, but still the leg was...
Another entry pass. Mount Vernon leads. What is going on? Timeout, Bo Glenn. 6-0 run. In the last 30 seconds, it's 43-41 Mount Vernon. What is going on? My goodness. That press, they just threw the press on, and it completely threw Centerburg out of whack.
What a wild sequence of events. Everything just started clicking now for Mount Vernon. Doing the same things, but the execution's gone up a level, and that's been the difference maker, and they haven't been having to rely on those free throws.
43-41 is the score. Centerburg had an 8-point lead just 2.5 minutes ago. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, that's a 10-0 run. And this all came after Kayla Larimore fouled out.
And they're just not having a good time with this trap right now.
And we're going to get a foul call on Thompson. And that's going to put Centerburg to the line for a chance to tie it.
Shooting 1-1.
Shout out to Cole, watching from California. What a game. Rose Jordan, awesome comeback. This has turned into a good one on opening night. Isaiah, watching from McDonald's, nothing like high-level food in high school, high-level basketball. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving that.
Oh, my gosh.
Free throw good. Stowe with her second point. It's 43-42 with 1:59 left. She'll have a chance to tie it here with her second free throw attempt. No good. Rebound, Mount Vernon.
Huge chance now how the tables have turned. Mount Vernon might want to. I know. I was trying to think of it, and I wanted to do justice, so I'm glad you remembered the quote. But what a chance now for Mount Vernon to try and eat some of that game clock now under 2 minutes.
Actually going to have a chance to extend their lead on the foul on the sideline. It's the same foul that happened on Mount Vernon just a couple seconds ago. And now Thayer will have a chance to go to the line. She's 0 for 2 this evening. 1:50 left. Makes the first. 15 points for Brooklyn. The senior. Big performance thus far. Second free throw, no good, but she gets her own rebound.
Oh, my gosh,
puts it back up, in and out, no good. Ball knocked around, it stays in bounds, and it'll go to Centerburg. Left side, Glenn. Back top of the key. Farrell for 3, yes! Centerburg leads again.
What a shot, stepped right into it and didn't hesitate.
45-44, Lady Trojans. 80 seconds left in regulation. Bell into the lane, dishes it off. Fouled, but it won't go. Thompson will go back to the line for 2.
Foul on the Trojans, number 32, Kennedy Glenn.
The fourth on Glenn.
Shooting 2 for the Jackets, Thompson.
Biggest free throws of the game right here.
For the tie. Yes, we're tied up again. 6 points for Thompson. She'll give Mount Vernon a chance to get the lead here. If she hits this one. Unable to. Rebound, Glenn. 1:05 left. Kennedy off the front iron, rebound to Mount Vernon. 45-45, under 60 seconds to play. Thayer gets it across. Burke to the lane.
What are they going to call? Travel?
Wow. Take a look at the replay. Turnover and then yanked down and a full timeout. Referees are really letting them play on opening night, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, physicality's turned up a notch here in the second half. Came out pretty high octane offensively. But you can really tell physicality and defense have been the story primarily of the second half until about the last minute 30 where both teams have just really gone off.
This was 41-33 with 4.5 minutes left. A 12-4 run by Mount Vernon has this back to even with under a minute left. Mount Vernon will inbound underneath the bucket. Adam Thompson, Mount Vernon alum, saying they must know he's in the building. Make sure to listen to Adam as well on the call with you, Hayden, tomorrow night at Upper Sandusky.
A couple guest voice appearances from some fellow OH reporters.
Spherion, who's watching
you just
right
blew
now.
Everything, Travis.
Sorry, but I had to
gave
call
away
her out.
all my secrets.
We all know what she's asking, though.
Yeah, and all
but she will be asking something.
Tune in, even if it's just to find out how that goes.
Get it into Lepley. Picks up her dribble. She's trapped, but hands off to Thayer. 42 seconds left. Thayer looking to drive to the baseline. Euro step, yes! 47-45, 32 seconds left. Nice crossover. My goodness!
No.
For three! No! Offensive rebound and a foul! Wow! Look at the effort there by Johnson. Fourth foul on Lepley and Clara Johnson with 2 free throws to tie this up. The junior.
I'll tell you what, Trav, opening night has a lot of questions around it. But I'll tell you what, I don't know if I can honestly say I expected the absolute pleasure of the ending we're having right now.
You want to know why? This is K-Mac basketball, my friend.
That's true.
And OCC, with a little OCC added in.
Yeah.
But what would you expect in the heart of Ohio as we're tied up? 12 points for Johnson, 23.9. Does Mount Vernon hold for the final shot? I'm guessing they will.
Left.
Thayer nearly lost the handle. Picks up the dribble.
Uh-oh, they got to use that timeout.
Trap, no, gets it off to Burke. Burke, right side, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Skip pass. Lepley, and we're going to get the timeout finally with 3.4 left, the final timeout by Mount Vernon. Are you not entertained, folks? Wow.
Odd time to wait to use the timeout, but draw it up. I mean, I get it, though. They don't want
chaos. I think they were
and they don't want to give Centerburg a second. I mean, it's safe to say 3 seconds. This is going to be the final play of the game, no matter what happens, or a final play of regulation. No matter what happens, he's going to draw something up that will not give Centerburg a chance to touch the ball again in regulation.
Cole asking what your score prediction for tomorrow's Danville game.
47-47.
JFK is a really good defensive team, but Danville's got some playmakers as well. JFK led 14-0 going into the fourth quarter last week on 2 defensive scores. If Danville can control the ball, not turn it over, they're going to have a shot. I think it's going to be low scoring, something like maybe 21-14, 21-20, something like that. But I do think the Blue Devils have a very legit shot at going to the state Final Four. I cannot wait to call that. That's tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd go something probably fairly similar. If Danville's able to do what they want offensively, I think they're a team capable of putting up 4 or 5 touchdowns. But that's if everything goes perfectly.
Coach Glenn's going to get the timeout. I was about to say I saw that coming. Why not? I mean, you get timeouts in overtime. Why not use your final one here to regroup to see what they were going to do? But this does allow you to elaborate more on your prediction for Danville.
Oh, yeah. I think if they get their way on offense, I mean, you watch them put up 28 points in one quarter against a tough and stingy Lucas defense. I think, not directly comparing them and Warren JFK, but I think that if Danville is able to do what they want to offensively, I think it could be a 28-14, 28-21 type ballgame.
Also, Cole loved the Office reference, how the turntables.
Ah, yes.
I'll have the turntables. Over 111 people watching right now. You've tuned in at the right time.
111 times how much we charge per game.
Yeah, 111 times. Well, this is how much money we made off of viewership tonight. 111 times. Well, nothing, because it's free. Always free right here on the OH Report. That's how we'll always be, because of our great sponsors, Monarch Title Services, Remax Peak, Tyler Griffith, Webb's Marathon. But I'm going to get back to action. Inbounds pass. Bell. 3 for the win. Banks it, but no good. We will go to overtime, because why not on opening night? JV with the OT, so will the varsity match. We've played 32 minutes here. I had to think for a second and add, but it's not enough. We're tied at 47, and after the break, we will have overtime live and always free right here on the OH Report.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together, or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
We're having so much fun here on opening night. Why not play 4 more minutes at least? 47-47 as we begin overtime. Travis Berardi alongside Hayden Gray. Mount Vernon will get its first look at the bucket here. Burke dishes it back to Thompson from the free throw line. Yes, Mount Vernon strikes first, 49-47. Still with that full court press as well. Oh, defender slipped. It's going to be a 5-on-4. Farrell driving into the lane, puts a layup shot up. No good. Rebound, stays with Centerburg, but a travel. Mount Vernon will get possession.
And that's big because, overtime in basketball is very similar to one structured in football, where you're only given so many opportunities until something's going to happen, and that could be the possession right there. Mount Vernon scored on their first one. Centerburg didn't.
Into the lane, Lepley puts it up, no good. Rebound stays with Thayer. Ball taken out, and that's going to be a foul on Mount Vernon? It is. It's going to be free throws for Centerburg.
Maybe, it's got to be something to do with the grabbing of the leg. Take one more look here on a Knox Community Hospital replay.
There's the tie-up, and
she gets all over that leg.
I guess she gets tangled up with the legs, yeah. So that's
right
where
move.
the foul's from. Centerburg with a chance to tie it up with free throws. 1-1. Glenn's first. Too strong. No good. Rebound. Mount Vernon. 3:06 left in overtime. 49-47. Backdoor cut. Lepley. She's going to go to the line.
And that's what can happen when you move the ball around efficiently like that. You're going to see right there, between that transition, only one dribble from the top of the arc all the way down to where they drew the foul. Only one dribble, all passing, and Centerburg had to play from behind, so no choice but to foul.
Avery Glenn's third. First free throw. Swish. First made free throw tonight by Lepley. She has 8 points, 50-47.
Another prediction, East Knox girls basketball tomorrow, Trav.
Free throw's good. 2-possession lead for Mount Vernon. Really haven't had a chance to look at East Knox girls basketball yet.
To be honest,
we've
I'm
had
really
so
not
much.
sure they're playing.
And we're going to get a foul on Thompson, her third. So again, Centerburg with a chance to cut into the deficit with a stop clock. I do know this. East Knox girls, no matter who they have, they lay it all out on the court. You see that in volleyball, any sport. Softball went to a regional. The basketball team constantly competing.
First year on a new hardwood there over in Howard as well.
Johnson misses the first. Yeah, beautiful arena they have now down there. Gymnasium. New bleachers, everything. New floor. Has that new floor smell to it. As Johnson hits the second, it's a 3-point game. 2:49 left. Thayer. Into the lane, turns it over. No, gets it back. Top of the key. She'll back it out with 2:30 left. Gets around the defender, kicks it left side. Lepley picks up her dribble. Thompson. Back out to Burke. Now to Lepley. Mount Vernon just playing keep away.
They're eating a lot of clock here. Very stressful. It has not been the most clean keep away, but
bodies hitting the floor everywhere. 3 in the air. No good. Rebound. Centerburg. Not the shot you'd want to take there in that situation. Now the Lady Trojans with a chance to tie with a 3.
And not even the worst shot, just not a great look. Not a great delivery.
Stowe back out to Avery Glenn. Now to Farrell, fakes the 3. 1:37 left.
Picked up her dribble.
Stowe with it. Now to Kennedy Glenn. Back to Stowe. 1:27 left. Now to Avery. She gets in. Runner. No good. Had a chance at the bucket, but Mount Vernon comes out with the rebound. 73 seconds left in overtime. 51-48 Mount Vernon. Nearly turns it over. Gets it back to Thayer. Under a minute left. That's a charge.
Yep.
She fouls out.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
You saw her do that.
But
you saw her do that in the last possession too. Got away with it, but this time you can't lower the shoulder.
Yeah, unfortunate that with everything going on in the game still right now that she has to exit. But
Coach Short beside himself because the referees let that one go a possession before. Consistency at least, but this is opening night for the refs as well.
Yeah,
they got to get back out there on the court, and I don't want to be in that situation if those guys are. That's why I'm up here and not down on the floor with them. Centerburg, new life here with 50 seconds left. Can they get a look from beyond the arc, though? We're going to reach and foul on Burke. So again, the clock stopped, and Centerburg with a chance with free throws to cut this to 1.
Well, and here we go. Now we play the other game. Depending on how Centerburg does from the free throw line, they're down 3. So Mt Vernon could opt to eliminate the idea of coming back, but she's going to make the first, so can kind of throw that strategy out of the playbook for now.
Now Centerburg can go for the steal and not worry about a foul. Kennedy Glenn has 4 fouls. Everybody else has 3. She hits both. 1-point game, 47 seconds left. Lady Jackets get across the timeline, nearly loses it. 36 seconds. Miller with it. Trojans looking, they need a foul here. And Kennedy Glenn just fouls out.
Wow.
Not the one they needed to foul.
So the third kind of, critical player. Not that everyone hasn't been playing a role tonight, but 3 of the biggest role players fouling out in critical time. So a lot of girls going to have to step up here in this last 30 seconds.
Big free throws coming up for Lepley. No matter what, unless we get an offensive rebound, but Centerburg will have a chance for at least a tie. In and out. .8 seconds left. Second free throw. Good.
2-point game. If you're Centerburg, Trav,
they called off the dogs too.
You do not have to look for a 3
Left
here.
side. Glenn for the lead. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Centerburg with 20 seconds. And a timeout by head coach Bo Glenn. What an offensive rebound, though, to keep Centerburg alive.
And that's exactly why, I was asking you. You don't have to look for a 3 less than 5 seconds across half court. I get it.
She did get an open look, but she could have drove it to the hole as well. But Chesney
Going
Farrell
down
bails her out, gets a hand on it, gets the rebound, and allows Centerburg to draw something up here. Down 2, 52-50. I may sound like a broken record, but what a way to start things off in this season opener. If this is how the season's going to go on the boys and girls side, man, we're going to have a fun year.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better game to open up our coverage of girls high school basketball for the 2022-2023 season.
62 of you watching on Facebook and another 73 on YouTube. 134.
It's math class with Travis tonight. Mr. Berardi.
Pretty darn good. It's a pretty darn good number of people watching for regional final Friday for football, opening night for basketball, and hey, people know where to watch their sports right here, live and free on the OH Report. So Avery Glenn will inbound from the sideline. Both teams at 10 fouls. So next, if Centerburg gets fouled, they're going to go to the line with a chance to tie it. Farrell with the bullet pass. Drives it in, kicks it over. Johnson for the tie. Contact, but no call. Mt Vernon with 6 seconds. 5, 4,
They're going to
3. They're going to
let
let
them keep away.
A lot of contact. It don't matter.
Wow.
Mt Vernon's going to win. All right. What a way to finish. 52-50 is your final. We're going to take a break and digest all of this, then come back with our stats, MVP, and much more. You're watching Opening Night Girls High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
$52-50, the final in overtime. Mount Vernon with a big comeback in the second half of the fourth quarter and then finished it off in OT. Travis Berardi back here with Hayden Gray. And let's go right into our final stats here on the Webb's Marathon postgame. 52-50 the score. 20 field goals to 15. However, 9 threes to 2 by Centerburg. It's a team that looks like they're going to be taking a lot of shots from beyond the arc. But Mount Vernon getting some big turnovers late, turning them into points, and then pulling it off in OT.
Yeah, and I think I typically always look at a few things first. I look at the turnovers and I look at rebounds too. Foul shots tonight. Centerburg, if you look at their final 11 of 17, they kind of turned it around after a slow start in the first half. That's going to be something Mount Vernon got to want to. Of course, I'm sure Coach Short will want to work on during practice, but they really, really crashed the glass, and that got them a lot of the second chance opportunities, which allowed them to just even have a fighting chance to force overtime, where they really buckled down, as you mentioned, and just turned this into one incredible game to open up their regular season.
Let's go over some individual scoring as you continue to take a look at the final stats. Brooklyn Thayer led all scorers with 17 points. Kimber Bell, 13. Reese Lepley, 10. Caitlin Thompson, 8. Haley Burke with 3. And Elizabeth Miller with 2 for Mount Vernon. For Centerburg, Kennedy Glenn with 15, all threes. She had 5 threes tonight. Claire Johnson with 13. Kenley Farrell with 8. Kayla Larimore with 8. Avery Glenn with 3, Evie Stowe with 2, Chesney Farrell with 1. And Larimore, when she fouled out, that's when Mount Vernon was able to take it over. They were up 8 at the time. She fouls out, and then Mount Vernon able to make a run from there to force overtime and then win it with a 5-3 overtime period. But what a game, Hayden. What a way to kick things off.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect out of these two teams. Mount Vernon, not a bad year at all last year, and Centerburg's been going through some struggles here as of late. But what a competitive game, and I think that it's going to be a good year for both of them if they, continue to just take strides game in and game out and improve on the things that they are noticing that might be certain weaknesses or things they want to improve on. So just game one. And a great start. Obviously a heartbreaker for the Lady Trojans, but got to remind yourself too, I'm sure if you're Coach Glenn in that locker room, you're commending their fight that they had tonight, and it's just game one. So good stuff that he saw out of them tonight, and really excited to get this thing kicked off.
Yeah, absolutely, as we await our MVP, so we'll keep it here for the moment. But great game, back and forth. It seemed, both teams were slow to start, but once they got going, especially Kennedy Glenn, couple threes right before the half, and then hit a couple more in the second half that really got her going with 50 points on 5 made threes, 9 threes made total by Centerburg. But then the inside game of Mount Vernon just able to cancel that out. They got to the line. Free throws, that's what both teams will want to work on that as we go forward as well. You'd want both sides to make their free throws and get a little bit better. But hey, it's only game one. Like we said, everything you need to work on. It's the first time both these coaches have seen these young players get out and play in a competitive atmosphere. So, great job by both sides. What a game. We enjoyed it. I know you did as well. But we'll take a break and be back, hopefully, with our MVP interview, as Coach is going to get the MVP as well. So we'll take a break, be back with that MVP interview right after this, live and free on the OH Report.
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together, or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Time now for our Tyler Griffith Remax Peak MVP. Brooklyn Thayer, a game-high 17 points. She led all scorers as Mount Vernon comes stinging back. You like what I did there, Adam? Stinging back for the 52-50 victory. 4.5 minutes left. You're down 8 points. Their best player fouls out. What just changed there that you guys were able to come back, score 10 straight points, get the lead, and then eventually force overtime?
Yeah, I mean, getting her out, I mean, that was very helpful, but we kept up that intensity, kept going, kept our mind strong, focused in, and I think that really helped. We didn't back down. We kept going.
And especially one of your best players, returning all-OCC player, unable to play tonight, but you guys just rallied around each other and fought back. You know, a young squad, Coach Short telling me earlier, you know, it's going to be a learning experience this year, but what does a win like this, there's still 21 games left in the regular season, but to be able to show what you did in game one, that's got to be a big momentum boost going forward.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I mean, just from here, like, we just got to go strong no matter who we have playing. I think we all stepped up, we played our parts like we were supposed to, and I think, you know, that really set us up for success.
6 players scored. You had 3 in double figures, another one almost close to reaching that. How important is it having balance for your squad?
I mean, I think it's very important. I think we utilize each other very well, which I think really showed here in the game.
Slow start for both sides, but you know, you do that in the first game of the year. I mean, you haven't played actual competition in a game like this, but with so many you know, younger players on the squad too, what would you like, I guess, after playing a game, what would you like to work on moving forward in the next game and moving into the season?
You know, I would really like for all of us, you know, keep doing what we're doing, staying intense, but I think we got to work on our defense, ball movement, staying locked in, especially on defense. I mean, we gave up a lot of shots, wide open shots. So I think as long as we keep up that defensive intensity, I think we'll be set.
Lastly, as always, in the OH report, you want to look into the camera, give anybody a shout out, go for it.
Thanks, Short, for, you know, keeping us going, and thanks to everybody out here supporting all of us. Thank you. All
right, our Remax Peak Tyler Griffith MVP. Brooklyn Thayer, 17 points, leads all scores as Mount Vernon comes back to beat Centerburg in overtime 52-50. Congratulations and thank you, Brooklyn.
Thank you.
All right, our MVP, Brooklyn Thayer, as we begin to wrap things up here. Our final score one more time, 52-50. Coming up tomorrow, we have some more live and free action coming your way. Hayden Gray, his play-by-play debut for basketball. He'll be alongside Adam Thompson. Tomorrow, Upper Sandusky hosts Riverdale, their season opener. And then I will be with Brian Skoronsky, New Philadelphia, number 3 seed Danville, the pride of the KMAC right now on the football side, taking on number 1 seeded Warren JFK, the Division 7 Region 25 championship. Because Spectrum is doing all 28 regional games, making you pay for it, we're going to have to do it on a delayed basis, but about 9 o'clock, that will be on for you free on a delayed basis, but it will be free to you folks tuning in on our main Facebook and YouTube pages. But that'll wrap things up from here this evening. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible. I want to thank Adam Thompson on the 1s and 2s tonight. Hayden Gray as well. As always, camera and color commentary. I want to thank everybody back at BS Media Productions, OH Report, Jory Hollenbeck, and Brian Skoronsky. I want to thank our sponsors, Monarch Title Services on Scoreboard, Knox Community Hospital on Replay, Tyler Griffith Remax Peak, our MVP sponsor, Webb's Marathon and Automotive, our pre, half, and post-game sponsor, and then our commercial sponsors, Park National Bank and Spherion Mid Ohio. I want to thank the folks here at Centerburg High School for allowing us to bring these games to you live and free. And like I said, on the 1s and 2s, Adam Thompson. For Adam Thompson and Hayden Gray, I am Travis Berardi saying So long from Centerburg. What a way to kick off the high school basketball season. We'll see you on a live stream near you tomorrow.